Oh, interesting. Okay, they max Gengar, but Gengar's actually just naturally slower than Solgaleo already. I actually was not anticipating that.
My Gengar may be missing EVs.
Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today Wolfie challenged me to a exhibition battle.
So I tweeted, whichever Pokemon that gets the most likes as a reply to this tweet, I will use in Players Cup 3. Now Aaron responded and posted Cosmog, or Nebby, the baby for me. I was really not looking forward to using Nebby because basically a team with Nebby is a team with 5 Pokemon. However, now Aaron and I are supposed to play, so I thought, why don't I show him a bit of what he's wrought and kind of return the favor. He wanted me to use Nebby. I'm happy to use Nebby.
I am using a Solgaleo Spectre team. I just featured it on Road to Ranked, so you may have seen it.
Oh no! Ah no! This is really bad. Oh no!
Oh god. Okay, it's Perish Song.
Aaron is actually pretty good at playing against Perish Shop, which is what this team is. So like, I don't really expect to win per se. But I do expect him to have I just want to make him panic just a little bit.
Let's see how this goes. It's been a while since Wolfie and I have done a best of 3, but his win rate against me this year is very, very high, so I'd like to, get a win on the board.
Alright, Genjar, you're pretty strong, right? Oh boy, that's definitely Solgaleo. Yeah, Spectre. He's got no reason not to is the issue.
Gengar Amoonguss, okay. Cosmog's actually the thing I think I have to be most cognizant of.
G-Max Terror still has 2 shot on max HP, so I'm just going to go for G-Max Terror, lock in the Solgaleo, and then I think I want to protect my Amoonguss here.
Gengar can max and can trap us in with its max move. Amoonguss can go into Incineroar. What are the odds of it being eject button here?
He probably can guess that this Amoonguss is eject button, but he also is probably thinking that it's not guaranteed since I have Incineroar on the team as well. Uh-oh! Je suis les œufs de le chien rouge.
Oh, interesting. Okay, they max Gengar, but Gengar's actually just naturally slower than Solgaleo already. I actually was not anticipating that.
Why am I maxing after Solgaleo? Does my Gengar even have EVs?
They could also protect Amoonguss. Ooh, nice play. Okay. Man, if I just bulldoze Max Quake into Gengar, that feels like a win on turn 1, but whatever. I can't be too upset about that.
My Gengar may be missing EVs. Okay, I don't think it matters. I don't have Levitate.
Wolfie just messaged me. His Gengar may be missing EVs.
It may not matter. I forgot I didn't have Levitate. Okay, that's not good.
He says it may not matter, but I didn't target the Gengar this turn, so...
Oh, okay, I'm a genius. Okay, we're still in this, boys. I forgot that Gengar doesn't have Levitate. What kind of stupid one doesn't have Levitate? Okay, this is real bad.
It is eject button. Okay. But I kind of got one up because he went for a really good protect there.
I don't think I'm supposed to have this much HP. My Gengar is not... What is this? What kind of Gengar is this? Alright, I think I just get whomped, right?
Cosmog? Oh, interesting that Lapras is here too. Okay, so Lapras probably brought out just a Perish Song. It's going to be the Max Terror coming out onto Sog. Alright. We take that pretty well, so that's good.
I'm going to have to make some hard reads, right? So I think I Max Guard Perish Song or I Protect.
I think I will just go for my safest play here, which is Rockfall Shadow Ball. Although I think the way Wolfie plays this is you get Amoonguss in safely. Yeah, so there's the Max Guard from Gengar. Okay, Lapras doesn't protect though, which is good. We'll take that. I don't like that I brought Grimmsnarl in the back though. I don't think that was the right option. See if Rockfall KOs Lapras at +2. Okay, it does.
Can I still win this? Most likely not, right? Because I'll lose Amoonguss this turn and then it's probably game over from there. The sand being up is kind of nice. It's not safety goggles, it's good to know. This time he's just going to attack into the... I'll try to max, actually. I mean, I actually could still win this. It's not impossible. I've seen me win these, but it's looking pretty bad.
So it's not an eject button. We have Taunt here. So, going for Taunt onto Amoonguss and just Max Quake onto Gengar covers all of our bases here. Right?
If Gengar has Levitate, this is a totally different game. But with Levitate up... Yeah. Also, wait, it's Rock, Ground... It doesn't have... I guess it's Steel, right? Taunt comes out, okay. He probably just kills Amoonguss here.
You can't get the Perish Song off right now, and that's what matters. I think Solgaleo just actually has such a good matchup into all of this, so it's a big plus for us. Yeah, okay, that KOs Amoonguss. That's good to know. Because, ooh, that was a crit. That actually may have mattered if he's really defensive. Because my question was basically whether or not Bulldoze plus Max Quake at +2 actually KOs Amoonguss. Because if it doesn't, my turn 1 play isn't optimized. But if it does, then, like, that's always the right play to go for.
Oh, it doesn't even kill. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, that's doomed. I didn't realize I wasn't going to kill. My other mon is Gothitelle, so it's not like Gothitelle does anything here, right?
Oh, Cosmog didn't come out here. Okay. Yeah, I think we can just Bulldoze. Or actually just Shadow Ball here. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, I guess I hope that he misplays, right? But there's no way. He can just Shadow Ball and then attack into Instant. It's safe, it covers everything, yeah. It's probably Stomping Tantrum, right? Oh, it's EQ, actually. Okay, if this doesn't kill my instant for some reason, that's +2, it should kill, right? Oh, Wizard, you're so bad. Okay. Alright, I got 1 kill. I just need 3 more now.
Okay, double KO. And then we just bring out the Aleki and T-Bolt.
Like, if I get to the Solgaleo, it's okay, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do against Solgaleo.
Cosmog, I think, is actually relevant, though, in this next one, because it has Unaware, right? So you can actually use it to ignore Solgaleo and then basically switch out freely, which is actually really interesting.
Okay, what's my team? What am I using this? Like, the plan with this team is take 2 kills and then with Perish Song, right? But I can't take 2 kills easily.
You could lead Cosmog and then just teleport on turn 1 to get a free switch in. But I guess the question is, how does he deal with Solgaleo? Because I think Spectra Solgaleo alone just does super, super well here.
I just get rid of the eject button immediately, right? Actually, I think what I do is this, right? And I switch out Amoonguss turn 1. Like, I go Gengar Amoonguss back into Gengar? Is that really right?
Well, I said my mistake last time was bringing Grimmsnarl, so let's definitely not do that. If I'm expecting Cosmog to come out this time around, I think Rotom might just be best for consistent damage across the board. Because this Feeny, like, I don't think I need to haze anything, right? We've seen that the Gengar isn't doing that much damage. You can max Ooze to boost its special attack, but I don't think that's really too relevant here. So I'll go with Rotom instead.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a 2-0. I'm cool with it, though. Can I do anything?
I think it's really tough for him to play the game, to be honest.
Solgaleo plus Spectre is really difficult. I think I got counter-teamed. Aaron must have known, dog. Alright, he probably thinks I want to go for G-Mag because of Terror plus Perish Song.
Lapras could Perish Song immediately on turn 1. We can always just start off with a Bulldoze Quake into Gengar.
So I think he goes for Bulldoze plus Quake because it reduces my damage output.
I mean, the special defense boosts are just so valuable for us here. Ooh, nice switch. Okay, into Amoonguss. But the thing is, Amoonguss just gets ejected out anyway. So, like, I think the eject button actually really works against him right now.
I wish I had Levitate, dog. I can't believe how... Look how I massacred my boy. Gengar did not have to be nerfed this hard. Like, Gengar was a cool, good mon. And they nerfed it for no reason. Like, it was, like, a really unique, interesting Pokemon. And now it's, like, you can't do anything with it.
I really have to respect Trick Room going up. If Trick Room goes up against us, I think we actually lose. It's interesting he's not going towards Gothitelle, though. I thought Gothitelle would be his #1 answer to setting up Trick Room, so, like, Gothitelle could have been an adjustment, right? And then you just Rage Powder Trick Room turn 1. But he's going to go for the Max Lapras. Okay, I think that's really smart because you get screens up this way, but as long as I don't get Perish Song, we should be good because our damage trade-off is just better.
Alright, Lapras. I could have protected Genjar, but I really want to get my eject button out of the way. Like, if I'm losing my Focus Sash, I'd rather do it to this, right? Like, to go down to 1 HP.
Yeah, I don't really know if Cosmog can come out into this one, to be honest, but I guess my curiosity is when it would come out. I honestly would have preferred Amoonguss to stay in here to just get the KO, because you get a free switch in now. But I don't think he has any ground resists either, right? So all I need to do, there's 2 things I need to deny in this matchup, just like because it favors us, we just need to make sure like the worst case options don't happen. And those are basically Trick Room going up and Solgaleo getting spored.
If I lose Lapras in 1 shot, it's definitely game over. See if it's Quake or Rockfall. I think it's Quake. Okay, yeah, I was correct. I think this is the right play. I don't think I can afford to give up a mon right now.
Okay, it's Focus Sashed.
He definitely just Rockfalls this turn. He Rockfalls and like taunts or something.
But I think the lack of physical damage just makes this... Well, to be honest, it's just the Solgaleo difference, honestly, it feels like. Nervous about weakness policy Lapras, but that's like my other fear. I wasn't sure if +2 Rockfall would KO, and then if you're policy and you Geyser Solgaleo in return, that seems pretty scary. Oh, but it's Life Orb, okay.
The question is, what does he do with the Spectre? Because I can Max Guard, or I can switch to Amoonguss here, right?
I think he's vying for a free switch into Amoonguss. I don't think +2 Rockfall KOs Lapras anyway, so I might as well just Quake here. Okay, Gengar switches out into Amoonguss. Yeah, smartly played. Oh, that was really smartly played. That's why I wanted to jump. Like, yeah, my initial play I think would have been better.
If he attacks into my thing, it might be kind of bad, right? I really think this is Rockfall into the... Oh, it's Quake actually into the Lapras. Okay, that makes sense too. I thought he was going to go for Rockfall there. I'm going to go for Geyser into this slot, and he's going to taunt me, right? So I'm going to Pollen Puff myself.
Now I think I just taunt Amoonguss and Quake into Lapras. That gives me another special defense boost. My only fear is that I can't take the Geyser because I think... Well, I was going to say Amoonguss protects here, but it doesn't, so that's good for us.
I really need to get rid of Spectre in order to win the game. Or, yeah, well, look, ordinarily what I would do is I would want to get rid of Spectre so I can win it with, Perish Song with Gengar, but I don't have the option right now because I'm too slow, right?
It does hurt him a lot that his Gengar here is not max speed, because I think it's missing speed EVs. Because what that means is the Solgaleo will just outspeed it anyway, even without Bulldoze support, which means Solgaleo is just so good in this late game. Wow, we survive on 1 HP this time around.
Ah, unfortunate. Really unfortunate. It's not great, is it? Kill some health. Oh, I could have doubled there. It's my bad. Super my bad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a master class of Wolfie showing how you can play out of what is... feels like a really bad matchup. Because he's stalled out my Dynamax really, really smartly, honestly. And he's gotten the screens up with Lapras, right?
If I was just faster on my Gengar, this would be fine. It's definitely Freeze Dry and Switch. Is it definitely that? Because he's going to go lucky if I KO that Mon, right?
I'm just going to Sunsteel Strike Amoonguss, Shadow Balls Lapras, but I think double up onto Lapras is better there. Or sorry, double up onto Amoonguss. I said that right when the Protect comes out.
Still +2. Oh. Uh-oh. I could have gone Instant. I think I may live this, though, with thanks to the thing. I guess he wasn't really in any danger there, so it makes some sense. Okay. I get rid of Spectre, finally. So, I'm doing about as good as I was at the end of last game. This is winnable. Is that crazy to say? It actually is winnable. Depending on this next play, although he really has no reason not to do something good here, right?
Because now I think we can just bring out Regieleki, right? We have the Magnet. We can just Thunderbolt, Sunsteel Strike into Lapras.
Ah, that's so annoying. If Lapras goes down, I auto-lose, right? I could go Instant.
All we need to make sure is we attack first and Perish Song doesn't go up. So I'm really surprised there's no Trick Room set up here from either Gengar or the Gothitelle. Lapras switches out too. Nicely done, yeah. And it's Incineroar. Okay, I mean, that's the perfect switching here. But I think, yeah, this game is just really tough for him because the Gengar isn't max speed. So, if it were max speed, I think I would have just switched out my Solgaleo, or sorry, my Spectre earlier.
Sunsteel Strike. This has got to be into Lapras, right? I'm pretty sure it's got to be into Lapras. Okay. Not bad. Okay, now I got Fake Out Spore Pressure. Let's go.
It's a really, really nice play there. Gets Incineroar in for free. I think Wolfie has basically played this really, really well, and I've been making, like my plays... I'm not really getting punished for, right? Because I'm, at the end of the day, still just in a pretty safe position.
I have no idea if either of these Pokemon has Protect, is the thing. So I kind of want to Fake Out there and Spore there. Is that right?
All I need to do is not get Spored in this game. So the Protect this turn means that you can't Spore me.
Okay, well... I think it was a good gamble. I just don't think the gamble's going to pay off here. Oh. I mean, I'd seen 3 of the 4 moves. I think it was the right play, right? I could go for, like, Darkest Lariat plus Spore here if I wanted, right? Like, I think this is always Darkest Lariat into Solgaleo. The question is it Protect here?
So we can just switch Aleki out into Rotom now. And Earthquake.
I think it just T-Bolts plus... Okay, Aleki switches. This is probably Rotom Heat so we can Earthquake, right? Yeah, that's Rotom Heat so we can Earthquake. And this is where having Gengar would have been nice. Yeah, it was obvious. I should have... I couldn't do anything, right? Yeah, if Gengar was faster here, I could do something, but with Gengar being slower than Solgaleo... Although, even with Gengar being faster, like, what am I doing, right? I can't really do very much, truthfully. Yeah, it's kind of doomed.
Yeah, Earthquake gets that KO. And, like, this is why Solgaleo is an absolute monster, because if you don't have something like something like in max and hit it for super effective damage before it attacks, i.e. Charizard,
Like, he should know. Maybe he didn't notice that my Gengar's faster. Can I still win this?
I mean, we know we're faster here. Like, it's fine to just always T-Ball and Earthquake. I guess the one thing to account for is unless Gengar is actually speed tying with Solgaleo because it's missing speed EVs and is just at a point where it speed ties. The way we could lose is Shadow Ball, crit, and then Amoonguss Spore.
The way the Perish Trap works is if he loses one more mod, he's in very bad shape. Or like, he actually has a real chance to lose, right? So I'm going for Perish preemptively here. Project? Ah, yeah, he knows he's faster. Yeah, Gengar being too slow meant that I couldn't play a mind game there. I think that if Gengar is faster there's a good chance he goes Protect plus Overheat. Unless he just doesn't care about risking the crit, which is also probably fair. He gets the crit. Doesn't matter though. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not able to win this one. Nebby was not strong enough. I should have brought Nebby. Solgaleo Spectre is like just not a good matchup for this team. I've been able to take this team on the ladder though. I think I can beat some people with it. Not everybody, but some people for sure. But not Solgaleo. Yeah, I don't even think I can do anything versus Solgaleo.
Yeah, my only question is whether or not Parasong was, or sorry, not Parasong, Trick Room was on Gengar or Gothitelle, because I feel like that would have made a big difference here. But in the end, I think Cosmog basically is good if you can, I mean, it's kind of a meme, obviously, but it makes a lot of sense on the context of this team because it gives you the free switch-ins you need to switch out once you've gone for the Parasong stuff.
I think I did what was best, and I still got absolutely rolled. I could only kill Spectre. Yeah. But GG's. I feel like I learned something today.
Parasong teams are generally a little bit more passive. You can really see what Wolfie's team was designed to do, though, right? You've got the Lapras, you set up the screens, and because it's Life Orb, it actually does more damage than you expect. Then as soon as you pick up like 1 or 2 KO, even 1 KO gives you a big lead, and then you can just start Parasonging, and Cosmog can actually teleport out to prevent KOs, but this was, I think, a clear example of just a tough matchup for him. And like in that second game, I think he literally played as well as possible, but there's just like not much like he can really do. Sad we didn't get to see Cosmog, but I think, yeah, you really can't bring it out here, unfortunately, just because it doesn't do any damage, obviously, and then it's also just far too passive.
Honestly, the biggest throw here is just that Gengar doesn't have Levitate. But yeah, GG's to Aaron. Go check out his channel. Thanks again to Panda for having us on, and yeah, go Nebby. Bye-bye.